Good afternoon, parents. This is Michael Fesenmeyer, proud to be the principal at New Berlin West and happy to bring to you this month's Westwards. It's for the month of November. We're entering Thanksgiving break, and I believe we have a lot to be thankful for our students and our school system, and hopefully you have a lot to be thankful for in your family and your world as well, and that you get to enjoy a wonderful time during Thanksgiving break. As we enter this month's edition, we're talking about an update to Flex Time. I want to speak a little bit about Career Day, talks about some potential new courses in our system that our students will have the opportunity to take, and more about Parent Night with the principal. First of all, Flex Time. You'll notice as we go through this presentation, it's similar to the last one. Highlights are in yellow, so it will denote the changes that we made since the beginning of the year. Flex Time is the 40 minutes that our students in all grade levels have in the middle of the day that allow them to get help from a teacher and to achieve success, maybe do some club activities or do some collaborative work time. And as we look at how students choose their section, at the beginning of the year we had all high school students being able to self-select teachers. We've moved that down to the 8th grade level as well and allowing them to self-select teachers and adjust their schedule unless they're requested specifically by a teacher. For high school, it's a change. They can now change their own schedule without contacting their teacher. If they made an initial request, maybe on the Friday of the week before, then they move into the next week and something changed. So on Tuesday night, they realize on Wednesday they need to see a different teacher. They can make that adjustment. They also can move from teacher to teacher during the flex hour with a pass from their instructor, and instructors are using their discretion on working with students to make that movement, but it's a big change from the beginning of the school year where we said students had to stay with that teacher during the entire time. Lastly, just some more detail, and if students want to change their sessions, what do? If the session was requested by a teacher or another staff member, that's a session that cannot be changed, and students would need to attend that session as assigned. But if the session was chosen by the student, looking at the second bullet point, they can make that change prior to the start of the session, and that change will be noted on the teacher schedule. They can withdraw themselves from one session and enter to another. Students are emailed changes if there's a change made by a teacher or staff member after their Sunday notification. So if a student gets their information in their email on Sunday night and a teacher makes the change, they might make that change during the week because they know they need to see the student based on something that happened in class where somebody might need some additional support or want to do a review or retake an assignment. They would make that change, and now the students get an email notification so that there should be no confusion for students on where they need to be. Second thing, as we move into Career Day for our students is for all students in all grade levels 7 through 12, and that's a change for this year. We added 7th graders back into Career Day, and will be for all students, but an opportunity for students to learn more about careers, a chance to ask specific questions or engage with community members. A lot of them from our local community, some of them from the greater community who are working with our students to help support them in learning more about careers. Some of the specific details, it will happen on December 1st. It starts at 1 p.m., goes through the end of the school day. Students will have 3 sessions. There's 3 different careers that they can choose and have made a selection, and they have a reflection opportunity at the end of each of the sessions. Each of the careers will have somebody from the community who's in that career presenting. Right now we have more than 60 different careers that will be represented at our school. Students will receive their room assignments and confirmation of career choices on Monday, November 28th or before. So as students continue through this day, and when they get home on this day, please ask them about their experience in Career Day and maybe what they learned or what they found out about a particular career. Also, I'd like to be able to identify for you some new course proposals that are out there. They're pending board approval, but they look promising, so we wanted to share those with you. First of all, the next level of Chinese for our students, which is Chinese 6, but also linked to the advanced placement course in Chinese, which makes it similar to Spanish, and it makes it similar to French in those opportunities that students have. So it's the next level for our students. Also, we're doing a course change and actually will replace a current course. The sociology course is one that's being proposed in our curriculum, and it will replace crime and social issues. This course is a new course for students who have an interest in this area and this topic. Also, as we look at math, we're adding a college technical math as a recommendation, again pending board approval. It's a transcripted credit course with post-secondary, so students can receive dual credit for this course. Fits in the realm of an Algebra 2 type of course, but it's offered more on the technical side for students who are seeking that type of a track. And then a creative writing course for those students with that interest. It's an elective course in the English department. Doesn't necessarily meet an English requirement, but another elective opportunity for students. This one is for students in grades 9 and 10, really to diversify their learning. And then in computer science, we're looking at potentially a data structures course. We're having some conversations and doing exploration on this one right now. It's not actually a recommendation, but a consideration of a possible course. And then when you look at name changes or recommendations, again, these are all pending board approval. Math 7-8 to Math 7B and 8. And this is really about a curricular alignment with some of the other coursework that where students are coming from the elementary. So it gets the language to be similar, doesn't necessarily change the curriculum. The next one is Health Careers, and it's a course change title through WCTC, so Introduction to Health Career Professions. Again, not specifically changing the course, but changing that title and how it's recorded on the transcript. And the next one is a combination, Exploring Computer Science 1 and 2, which is a half a credit. We'll move to an Exploring Computer Science course, but it's a combination of the current 1 and 2 into that new course. Again, that recommendation. And the last thing I'd like to talk about is parent nights with the principal. We have evenings throughout the year. The next one is this evening. So if you get this tonight on November 22nd, you will have an evening and we talk about getting the most of your child's high school education, where it really will be a conversation about what different things you might need to know if you're a first-time parent of a student in secondary school, what things you need to know, what things are pertinent by grade level in our system, and some of the planning that you need to do to get the most out of a high school education and look at the move on to post-secondary and planning for post-secondary. Starts earlier and earlier. So I'd like to have a conversation with parents and maybe individualize a little bit for different experiences students have. So we hope you'll be able to attend that. Again, I would like to thank all of you for your support of our school and our school system and your students in learning. We have an excellent school, and while we're continuing to grow, we have much to be proud of. So as you enter the Thanksgiving break, we wish you a wonderful time with your family and friends. Thank you.